Hello, stream. How is it going? Actually, we're going to switch over to a little bit of a different screen right now. Yeah, we're on this stream for right now. It's my main monitor. I have some setup that I'm working on. So give me a minute. Hi, Deku. I am still getting things set up real quick. I'll talk a little bit more about what we're doing today in a bit, but hey, Rivers. I really didn't have much of a plan for today, so I had to come up with something to... I have some setup to do real quick to get it all set up. And, you know, hope that it works. Okay. Anyway, how you guys doing? Yeah, I'm almost done. It's literally I needed to just set OBS to the right window. So, and set the audio. I think that there was game audio for a moment there. While I was getting that set up. I'm gonna test something here just to see if it works. But yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, this weekend, I increased my age, as tends to happen once per year. So now I am, you know, slightly older. By approximately, like 350 or 65 days. Amazing how, like, you don't age in the course of a whole year, and then suddenly it's like, bam, just hits you all at once. Crazy, right? Anyways. But it means that I really didn't... Like, that's one of the reasons I wasn't streaming on Sunday. Alright, Pixie. Understood. That's one of the reasons I didn't stream on... Well, that's the main reason I didn't stream on Sunday. Look, Rivers, this dragon is about... This dragon in this background is the extent of my artwork, and honestly, the mountains were cheated because Hardly told me that there was a brush that could create good-looking mountains. This is the extent of my art. I don't know if I can manage beard. But yeah, that's the reason I wasn't on this weekend. I kind of expected that over the holiday yesterday, I would get some stream stuff worked on. And I guess I got a little bit done, but nothing for today. So today, like I had school stuff, I had some like personal stuff to attend to. But I sat down about a couple hours ago and went, okay, now it's time to decide what to stream. You know what? That's fair. Wait, hold on. You know what? Impromptu. Let me see what I can do real quick. I it would be funny. It would just take so long to like because I would have to do the two different versions, one with the mouth closed, one with it open. Like it would take a whole 5 minutes. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Hold on, hold on. We're changing the nature of the stream. Give me 1 second. Uh. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the PNG stream where I... Let's see. Beard. We're an art stream now, ladies and gentlemen. We've done it. Let's see. Let's not make it perfectly light. Let's go for just slightly. Actually, hold on. So yeah, that would be. So my teal color is normally 186, 186, because it's Baba. 00 Baba. How I remember my color pattern. So let's see. What would be the color up for that? Let's try. What does 100 look like? Not quite. Let's do 150. And we could get it a little bit closer to gray. There we go. I think that's it. Wait, 16. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We can get a bigger brush size than that. Oh yeah, it's 1 pixel. Let's do what? 10? How does 10 look? Yeah, there we go. Good enough. So we can kind of triangle it a little bit more, I think. No, that looks terrible. We'll just slightly invert. What do you think, chat? Good enough? I think it's good enough. So this will be beard closed. I'm gonna warn you guys. You're gonna see something. You're gonna see what it looks like. There we go. And then I'll just duplicate. Oh, no, not as a mask. Whoops. Oh. Duplicate layer or mask. Okay. And this will be beard open. Transform this, rotate it. I think it's only like 30 degrees that I rotate it? Let's find out. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Nope, it was 15. Yeah, now we can turn it right, like, by 15 degrees. There we go. There we go. Artwork right there. I think I missed a little bit, but I don't care that much. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna snap that off for a second so I can export it without you guys seeing me. PNG. This is open? Okay. open teal. We'll call it teal old. And then we need teal closed, old. This is not what I was planning, but you know, hey, it works. Okay. And I think I was playing with reactive earlier, so I should be able to pretty easily update that temporarily. So this one for talking. This one for it. Okay. Save those. Okay. There we go. Old man Teal now. God knows I'm going to forget to change this before the next stream. Okay. Oh, great. Anyway, yeah, so I'm older now. But anyway, to get now that sidetrack has happened, thanks, thank you. I was looking through what to play since I didn't really have anything planned. Thanks, pal. Yeah, it'll definitely stay until I remember to remove that beard. But I didn't really have a plan today. I know I didn't really want to return to Pokemon. Just how loud you are by how long it stays. Yeah, yeah, it does. But yeah, I just decided I was going to look over some games because I didn't want to go back to Pokemon. I have been playing around with some Skyrim mods because I'm looking at like mods to get for Hardly on his machine for his streams because he wants to do some stuff with Skyrim. So I was considering doing some Skyrim, but it felt like we did Oblivion recently. I don't know. It didn't feel, especially since he's planning on doing some stuff soon, I didn't really want to like stream Skyrim and give away some of the stuff I was thinking about dumping on his machine. Especially since I'm trying to kind of keep it a little hush-hush for him. So I just started looking through my Steam library. And I came across a game that I'm very surprised I haven't played yet, but that I haven't touched, and I have somehow stayed in the dark about. Speaking of which, I should probably finish setting that up. So we're gonna fade out this music here. And then I will actually turn on Dua. Oh, that's that's not how I was expecting it to be. Here, let's do. Oh, that does not. Okay, I need to just disable my background, I guess. This is okay. Hang on. This is we'll disable that to get that out of the way. So yeah, um, we are actually going to start playing Slay the Princess. Because for people who know my taste in games, I absolutely love games uh that are like fourth wall breaky and make the most out of like being video games and do things that only video games can do. So like for example, I really love like Undertale, which is probably my favorite game as far as like video game narratives go. Um but I also like Doki Doki Literature Club and Inscription. And I recently played Me-Side right before I started streaming, which I regret because that would have been a fun game to stream because of the fact that I just really enjoy games that kind of make fun of being video games or use that as part of their narrative. Uh, so why do I have a weird? Hold on. What? Okay. Um, I don't know why I have that white bar showing up at the top. Actually, let's. Hey, preferences. Full screen. There we go. That's much better. Uh. Oh dear God. Okay. That's interesting. Um. Huh. That is fascinating. So I can see the mouse in OBS. I can't actually see it in the game window. And it's not even in the right place. Okay, hang on. Hang on a second. Why is this the way it is? Um okay. And if I click back, okay. I have no idea what was going on there. I do need to move. I need to move you, chat, because you are. Nope, not that. That can stay exactly where it is. Um. Short chat. Let's put you somewhere I can actually see you. Hey, chat. Yeah. Uh. So I love games that are kind of like mess with your head kind of games. So that's what we're doing today. Is Slay the Princess. And somehow, remarkably, I have stayed in the dark about this, in spite of the fact that I know, like, when it came out, what, 6 months ago, however long ago, everybody played through it. Like every big person, I did not unmute the game audio. There you go. Now you get the lovely music too. So yeah, oh no. No. God. Why is this game so difficult with OBS? Why are you this way, game? Hang on, guys. This is very weird to me. Is there some really weird... Okay. Okay, you know what, chat? Hang on a second. We're gonna temporarily hide that. I'm gonna reboot it just because OBS is having major issues with it. And if I don't get it working properly this way, then I'll probably just switch to display capture. Because that's an option. That's always an option. Actually, hold on, was there... Okay. I think I'm just gonna do that to be safe. Okay. Oh, hold on. And now, okay. Why is the game audio not coming through my speakers now? Hey guys, did you know that streaming is kind of hard? Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Don't know why that was so difficult. All right. So yeah, we're going to go in to slay the princess. I've taken way too much time setting this up, so we're just going in. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ooh. Sorry, the parallax is very cool.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, cool. I can actually respond to the narrator. That's neat. Let's see. However, considering... someone else do it? Okay, let's go end of the world. What are we talking about?
As we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I apologize, you're going to get this for a second. Because I need to bump myself up. Or down. I don't know. I'll put myself there. Okay. Apologies for the interruption. Let's continue. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Have you considered, no, I'm gonna push. Have you ever, do you have any evidence to back this up?
On the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I need answers, sir. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Look, man, you are...
Let me assure you,
it might take less time to answer my questions.
She's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
All right, hit me with the pragmatism.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless,
I do appreciate that line.
Your job and slay
her. Let's see. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Deku, can you confirm that nobody wants the world to end? Because I really need confirmation on that.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I plead the fifth on this one. Okay, fair enough, Deku. Fair enough. Wait, hold on. I can put chat in a better place. I know, I'm being so weird about my chat placement. It's almost like maybe, just maybe, I should test my streams before I run them. Though to be fair, I really didn't want to do that with this game. I wanted to go in as blind as possible. So, chat, you're going to be up there now. Okay. Oh, shoot. I forgot to... Sorry. Bob. Okay. There we are. You're right, Deku. I should hire you to test things for me. Let's see. I'm such a semantic question person. Killing a prince seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I half agree with this argument. Let's see. Is there anything else? So I'm guessing... Actually, okay, I'm a nerd. I'm going to go into some game design talk. Having this explore option is a really smart thing, because now I'm picking up that anything with explore probably doesn't progress the story, and I can just do it. Which makes me kind of tempted to do, like, all of them just to figure out more information. Actually, you know what? Why am I the one who can do this?
Case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Hear that, chat? I'm the only one.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Okay, I have my suspicions that the narrator is actually an important character. Because you never just have vague character in somewhat psychological horror game. I'm guessing this probably has a horror element to it. I guess I don't know that for sure. I've just always assumed. Do I get some... Yeah, I don't really think I need a reward. Okay. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna go with.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I will see how that turns out for all of us.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Dude, I'm a dragon. I don't have problems with the slaying of princesses. In spite of my protests from before.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I guess take the
You
blade
take the
then.
blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Oh, my icon. Has it always. No, it's not always been a dagger. It was a pointing finger. I now have a stabby. Okay, cool.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Hi, Hardly. I see you in chat. We're playing Slay the Princess, if you haven't caught on.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi! Do you hey, I think I'm here to kill you? Oh god, these are good options. You know what? I'm just gonna go the chaos route here. Hardly, I think we're about to find out on that one. God, I'm torn. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay, chat, I need to move you again. Hang on. I'm sorry. This game, it has too much and too many I'm gonna move you back into the corner. Okay. And I'm gonna move me again. There's so much happening in this game. I'm just gonna be in the bottom corner here. Okay. Cool. I think I'll be I'm not that important. I can be a little bit small today. Okay. Apparently, I am super nitpicky about my OBS layout today. There we go. Let's go.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No, God, these are whoever did the writing on this. They get me. Gosh, jeez. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare.
Man, I'm getting some mixed messages,
It's
game.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Chat, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to shrink you too. Oh, whoops. This one. You gotta be tiny, chat, today. I forget where the messages start, so. What? No. I wouldn't do. Oh, whoops. There you guys go. Just kidding. Okay. There we go. Maybe later. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, if somebody was a world-ending threat, yeah, I'll
You ignore
I'll stay the
trembling of your
path.
hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
You're right, Hardly. You know, the 2 inches it takes up on screen, that's pretty average. Actually, you're right, quite large.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I mean, well, I'm very curious. Let's see. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I feel if I drop the knife, somehow she's gonna stab me. Oh, hey guys, look, it's the name of the game. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Rude. Then I guess we're at an
Oh, yes,
impasse.
we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
Man, this
Or
narrator's
drop the
bossy.
blade. Do something.
Are you sure? You know what? We're gonna do this. We're just gonna do this back. You sure you don't want to talk?
I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Jerk. I was really hoping I could stall forever. Man. You know what? Down with the monarchy, why not?
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
You son of a bitch, narrator.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Dear God. This narrator guy, I'm not a fan of him. He lied to me.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
She does have sharp teeth, so,
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
well, that's... okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Yes.
In the basement of that cabin,
Classic
is
time
a
loop.
princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. But I died. What am I doing here? Okay, no. Like, isolate her.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
We are
If she
not.
doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Okay, am I a crazy person? Are there just several voices in my head?
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
That is
Yeah,
factually
that's exactly
incorrect.
What you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't.
Oh. Hold on. Is there a new voice like every time I die? That would be fascinating. You know what? You're right, Hardly. I definitely should consult the voices in my head. They're probably wiser than I am.
She did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death. Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job.
Also,
You'll do just fine.
You know what? I'm gonna chat. You know, I like you guys, but hold on. We're gonna create a copy of chat here real quick. This one we're just gonna like set back to normal size, and then I'm gonna hide it, and then we're gonna make this one into very short chat because you guys just keep getting in the way. I love you. But wait, hold on. If I made a copy of it, then okay, hang on. Gonna make a new browser source. You guys are such a pain. Maybe there needs to be a bit where every single time that I die, I need to somehow like mess with chat again so that you die and are reborn. That might be the way this needs to go. Properties, we're gonna do 100. Okay, yep, there we are. You know what? I can make you. Hold on. Need to get information from this chat so that I can properly have you guys back to where you need to be. So, very short chat, properties. Okay. There we go. You're back to where you normally are, but then I'm gonna properties. We're gonna make this. What would this be? 80? Okay, font size. I think that if that is the case, then I need to do this. There we go. Okay, you guys are going to be tiny chat. Actually, I can also shrink the font size just a little bit, so we can get a little bit more of you guys on screen. Boop. Okay, there you are. New small chat. Or just keep adding chat windows. Yeah, that Rivers is a great idea. Like, maybe. I might just start stacking you guys up on the bottom of the screen. Okay. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the princess is totally unarmed, guys. We're fine. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why? Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Yes, please, indulge me.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No, I listened to you.
You did exactly what you said. Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
What?
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here. At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice, so long as we're careful.
Okay, that is not true. She could have another dagger up her slit. Like, have you never heard of second dagger?
Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
I don't think the voice of the hero has heard of second dagger before. But no, you know what? Hold on. Let's talk about this princess. We killed each other last time. How can I make sure it doesn't happen again? All she did last time was stab me to death. How can someone like that in the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
In that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You're right, Rivers. She could have a gun. Double dagger Daniel. Damn. You know what? Never underestimate double dagger Daniel. So if people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Yeah, I kind of think I can know how to... Okay, yeah.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Oh my god, hero.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? If anyone's special here, it's her. That was a nasty trick she pulled on us.
You're being yeah.
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Look, man, if you're going to ask me to kill somebody and go with the logic of just trust me, bro, I'm not gonna just trust you, bro.
You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though.
Though I guess I did just trust him, bro, last time. It didn't work out for me. Maybe I should not trust him.
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
How can someone like that end?
But she's still only a princess. You're fully up to the task you've been given, so long as you remember that. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
The voice of the cheated, I feel, is the most logical voice right now. That's it.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
You know what? No, we're gonna... I was really tempted to turn around and leave, but...
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. It couldn't be more on the money, but we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright, into the cabin we go.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Things seem to be in a lot worse shape than they were before.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Hmm.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care. I want to look at myself. I need to see how handsome I am. Yes,
Less
let's
about
go.
that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Let's see. This whole cabin is different from last time, because it is.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Well, we have.
So focus up.
Or I'm crazy, and all of you are voices in my head. Either way, narrator, you're not particularly reliable. I'm curious about this
Walk
mirror.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh. Hey guys, I think I'm a monster.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Okay, you know what? I think we leave the blade this time.
Are we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
Uh-huh.
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing.
I don't.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
I'm pretty sure you're in my head,
Her
so...
grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, I was about to comment.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us
Hardly.
to get close to
Hardly.
let our guard down.
Calm down.
Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
She's totally gonna stab me if I approach. If you come close... Yeah, well, okay. Yep.
What? No, I wouldn't stab you.
Sure you wouldn't.
I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
Absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
I happen to agree.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
No, she's totally going to stab us.
But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Whoever wrote this game deserves a prize. I love it. And I know I'm not even in the thick of it, but Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. Yes. Turn the script. Let's see. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Like, I know how you're mad at me, but I think we just go like bygones be bygones. Let's see. What if we both honest with each other? World and you slashed my throat last time. Wow, there's so many options. Let's see. You know what? Just because. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's do this.
That doesn't sound like me.
Well,
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen.
but it did.
It's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I mean, yes.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Let's see. Do you remember what happened last time? I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here, but doesn't know anything. He doesn't even have a knife for stabbing.
Okay, Birdface is an interesting note.
I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Kinda.
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
Well, I mean, I am an idiot, so you're probably not wrong.
I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I'll let you out of here if you drop. Can't we just talk these through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
Yeah.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
Yeah, she's gonna stab me again.
Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess
God.
she did have a knife of her own after all.
That's it. Okay.
Conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance. At least for a moment.
She has a sword arm.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
You know, I think I should have brought the dagger.
That won't stop us from trying. Run, 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 run! You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace.
Yeah, you don't seem like the guy who exaggerates.
We don't make it, do we? No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
I'm going to kill you now.
I got that.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well. Hey, Chad, I think we're dead.
You're on a path in the woods.
Fuck that. If we're going to have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Also, this doesn't look like woods to me.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Interesting.
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Who cares about cards? You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
Hey, look! The Contrarian! There is a new character. Holy crap.
Is this fun for you? It's not fun for me. I don't like being sliced to pieces.
Okay, there's another voice.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
So they've doubled?
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
I mean, you did not elaborate on that earlier.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it.
Okay.
You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And then we throw it out the window.
What?
That blade is the only aim we have. We are not too late because we already did it, didn't we?
Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world... Yes.
Is that the window? Hi, stars.
That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that.
You're the one who transported us to the cabin, dude.
You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things.
What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it.
You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out what to do.
So? Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
I mean, how? There's only a
I'd
mirror.
love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Approach the mirror, I
Make
guess.
your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just
I wanna
fumble
see
for
me.
the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean. Let's go. I feel like that guy could have drawn it out longer.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Well, there we go.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising. I can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good.
Hey, hold on a second. I'm very curious because the Contrarian has popped up as like a doing the opposite of what makes sense. I don't know. I'm curious if like a different voice pops up dependent on the actions you do. That would be fascinating. It might be more. I might be overthinking this game.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I doubt that.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Oh, is that what your brother sounds like, Hardly? That's amazing.
As your body tumbles
Congrats
off
on
the
being
base of
home,
the wagon,
Pixie.
the form of the princess
We're
comes
slaying a
into view,
princess,
wryly
in theory.
smiling at you from a distance.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Oh, thank God.
And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny! That's a joke! I'm going to kill you now.
Okay.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea. That was you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this.
The contrarian is a little
After
too
all,
close
this was
to
your
some people I
idea.
know.
How about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that.
Oh my God.
I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
This is why we've already lost. Can't even stop bickering with ourselves. How are we supposed to beat her without a weapon? She's so sharp.
She probably only has one voice in her head, though. I have, like, 4 at this point, and, like, 4 voices is better than 1, right?
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
She only had 1 last time, right?
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority. I'm not going to go... Let's see, what are these options? I'm going to try flirting with her. You know what? Hold on. Hold that. You know what? I'm not even reading the other
It's an
options.
interesting move.
Let's do it.
Interesting? It's disgusting. No, don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Good point, Hardly.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
We absolutely do.
Of course we do! I'm into it, the one making the decisions is into it. Are you not? I don't think so. I don't know. I could go either way, honestly.
She doesn't want us.
You're just saying that because you want her to be into you.
I know. Thought I was being obvious.
Jeez. Let's see. Oh, give her the look. Yes.
The
Let's do it.
Look.
Yeah, the best flirts know how to flirt without saying anything. We just have to let her know, right?
You flash the princess the look. And a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
We did it, guys. We seduced the princess.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
I suspect there's a plot twist.
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Or not.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you and skewers you. Ow.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She
Okay.
said as much.
I am officially locking in that the different voices that pop in our head depends on what we do, which is freaking awesome.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right?
Yeah, the next line is going to be the narrator saying we died, right?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I
Oh.
think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
That was a good subversion of expectation, because that would have been a very easy joke to go into.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Well, that's nice.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
I don't actually know how to answer that question. I think he means how many times have we died? Yes. That. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
What, 3 times? Is this 4? I think this is 4.
It's
Yeah.
4.
There we go.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I don't... Okay. Apparently the cheated went to business school and is the kind of guy who thinks that 9 women can produce a baby in 1 month.
We'll win her heart eventually.
This one I do stand by, though. The Smitten is now my favorite.
Come on, show me something new.
Wait, can I flirt with her again? I'm not going to let her stab us. We can dodge, right? Yes, swords for arms. We don't. We're panicking. Let's see. We're going to let her stab us. We're gonna... Can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. That's... maybe? Actually? All of these ideas suck. Let's see. Yeah, yes. It doesn't work and she kills you again. And again and again and again. Your memory blurs and your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus. Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging. She skewers you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window.
Oh my god, the Contrarian is amazing.
Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We lasted a little longer. Barely. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
And we get
She
skewered.
skewers you.
Yep, there we are.
We're getting close to something. Can you feel it? One last time.
I don't know if we're getting close to something.
One last time. None of this is working. Think. Think.
Ah, there we go. There's my voice.
She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Ah, finally. Alright. Chapter 4. A empty cup.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin. Take it from here. No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke.
Well, that was your
If
fault.
it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it.
But I mean, that's a good
what
point.
I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel.
We've been stabbed enough that I know that's not true.
Mind over matter. Who needs violence when you have love?
Eh.
Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
Jeez.
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
Well, boys, are we ready?
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know.
Fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Thank you. That would be appreciated.
Sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
I mean, you know,
Don't
we know
care.
things.
Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Are the princess and I both, like, the same thing in this world? I kind of feel like that's the case.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Is it more stab arms?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
I'm gonna get stabbed again.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts.
Hey guys, it was more sword arms.
She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Ah. You know what, Hardly? You know? Beauty's only skin deep, right?
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold the perfect.
Of course. I love these voices in my head.
I think we can throw her out the window. That looked
God.
painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Bro, calm down.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Alright,
Oh, there's... okay. Alright guys, good say goodbye to the new friends.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form, and yet there is seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again, she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, at the very contact with what you are, repelling her to the point of destruction. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls in your hand. It's her heart. It beats gently, calmly, in your palm. That was my fucking heart. Not another word is spoken. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Guys, it's the mirror again. Are we the princess? I bet we're the princess. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin. This game is really cool.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yeah, what are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Twitch streamer? What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's kind of a good point. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? I'm kind of... there's so many
I
questions.
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What is this gift of the fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Are you the princess? I don't think that she is.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Fair enough. But were you also the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself? Ooh,
You
good
speak
question.
in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. I'm glad that she's so straightforward in answering these questions. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now? Well, that would extend it. Yeah, I don't think...
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Yeah, that would make sense.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Let's see. That's actually a good question. Are you going to destroy the world?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Yeah, you're being very
How
semantic.
can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find? I think is what I'm gonna...
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Interesting. I'm just scared I'm gonna find a way to kill you.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Neato. I do like... I'm not going back. I'm really curious about the wait option. You know what? I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Yeah. Man, the game really wants to make sure that I am... You know what? I'm doing it.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Yes. You know what? If I ever make a YouTube video off of this, there is totally going to be me writing you and I on index cards and putting it in a box. I'm calling it now. Insert here. Remember this future editor, whoever you may be. Probably me.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
Yes. But no.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh. Well, hey guys, the game closed, which, in hindsight, should have been predictable. All right, let's go back. Game, you gotta launch.
You have returned to me.
I
Though
have.
you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Yeah, okay, wait. Yep, I came back real quick. Yeah, make
She
me forget.
asks
Let's go.
that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Hooray. Oh, we're back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So I'm curious. Oh. Okay. End of the world, what are you talking? I think I went through all of these options already. Can't somebody else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Kind of reward. I've always wanted to up a monarch. Viva la revolution! You know what? Let's
Seriously?
leave.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around and leave. Turn around again and leave again. Yeah,
Really keen on
we're being
wasting everyone's
obstinate this time,
aren't you?
guys.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. Let's see. You're not emotionally blackmailing me to do this. Quietly continue the path. I actually... Yeah, this is
When I
pretty
said
amusing.
everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Look, I'm very good at acting
Fine.
against my own best
Turn
interest.
around and trek back down the path you came.
Let me guess.
Oh, would you
Yep,
look at
there
that?
we are.
You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I wonder how many times the game will let me turn around. Don't I find... Oh, yeah, well, I guess I'm starting to walk in a different direction. Again! In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness till I find a way out of this
Always
place.
a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh, they're messing with the music. Things are getting real.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Hooray! I mean, actually, that's probably bad. Oh, okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
There's a wall in the
And in the
background
basement of that
now.
cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
That's amazing. You you aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she?
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
Oh, the contrarian's
entire
back.
world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Okay, so the contrarian appeared first this time instead of who appeared first last time. God, what was this?
If by ruining my
The I got killed
you mean
guy.
ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay. If I could I turn around again? Those walls weren't here last time. Oh yeah, those walls weren't here last time.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Uh-huh. If I can't just run away from the cabin, then I'm just gonna stay here in the woods forever.
Oh, that's clever.
Let's do it.
A little boring, though. It's extremely boring.
I'm
Can we
very good at being boring.
Can we really just do nothing?
We can.
You can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
I do not.
Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
Hooray! Yes. We're gonna be the most boring people ever.
You continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy.
What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore.
Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Probably. It's the nothingness again. The world around you is unwounded, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Hello, hands! Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around you. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. There. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Okay. I don't think she liked us doing nothing.
In the woods.
Skipping that dialogue. I'm pretty sure. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path.
Okay, we're gonna skip that. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the...
Yeah, you know what? Let's just go for it this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Thanks, Hero
Let it
Boy.
fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Haha, I'm very good at danger. Hi! I still love it. I'm gonna do this line one of these times. You know what? This time, let's see if we can save her. She'll probably stab us, but let's do it.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Well, apparently it's a bird face. That's all I really know.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am
foolish man.
begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Yes, how long
I hope you
exactly
brought
is
something to do with
forever?
these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Yeah, the end is, I think, my end goal. I feel like maybe I'm dooming the universe by playing this game, but, you know, we can do it. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name is actually really curious.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Oh my god, Princess is great. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Let's see, is there anything... I do ultimately want to save her. Let's see, that's retrieve the blade. So, can't believe I've been keeping down here like this, getting you out. Actually, I am curious, what have you been
I don't see
eating?
what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Yeah.
She has to
Well,
eat,
I guess
right?
she is supposedly some kind of, like, cosmic entity of insanity. Oh well. We're just gonna get her out of here. like a crazy person.
Only making this more difficult.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
That's fair.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Well, that's a little bit of crazy
If we
answer.
were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I mean, okay, so in theory she has a dagger. Why hasn't she already done that?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, cool.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, guys.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Guys, I think we're locked in the basement.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Somebody's a jerk.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
No, it's fine. We'll just hang out
I
until
heard
the world
doors,
ends.
though. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Oh.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth
Oh.
glaring through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I mean, it's not giving me any other choice but to save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Neat.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I think it's because she's not.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Yeah.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world.
Man, why are you being such a buzzkill?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Jerk.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Geez, guys, which option to go with?
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
You know what, Hardly, you got a good point. You're right. I should have gone with to slay the princess.
Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you,
But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
It can't just end like this, right?
I mean, it can.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hooray. Okay. The Witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wow, guys! There's a
You're
princess!
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, but, like, the world's already ended a few times. Sure, she also definitely let's see, I don't remember what I did last time. Why am I here again?
I assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Right. Hang on, chat. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a bio break and be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Right, princess.
If he
Yeah.
doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's
Bring
best
back
to
to
keep
life.
it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust
Oh,
him.
hey, squirrel. Yes, that's me. I'm back.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Ah, thank you, opportunist. Okay, well, we've been through this before. Let's just go to the cabin. I don't think the opportunist... Well, no, the
Those are
opportunist
two
might have some
very
new things to
difficult
say.
questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
He's got a point.
If you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
In theory.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
I will say, the narrator does this whole very strong, like, oh, nothing's changed, but if it has, maybe there was consequences, and it's like, dude, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
The first one.
That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we?
It is interesting that the opportunist pops up when we try to save the princess.
You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Okay, let's talk about
Just be
this
quick about
princess. Quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she able to rip me apart with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Sure. You locked her in that
People
basement?
Locked her in that.
Oh, yeah, people. Okay, I think I've asked all of these before.
Great. Now,
Proceed to the cabin.
a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Up real quick. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The
Huh.
walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident,
Interesting.
just happens to resemble a room.
The floor is damp
Oh,
and
I think
earthy.
I get
The
it.
only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So last time the room became very sharp, now it's becoming tree-like, so we're gathering all of those aspects from the princess, I believe, right? Flora's down, yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I
Yeah,
hope this means
I
you'll
don't know,
finally
this
drop
is
that. So
different.
focus up.
Yeah, that doesn't look any different. Okay. Let's just approach the mirror,
Walk
see
up
if...
to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least...
Yeah, wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your
'Kay,
hand against
same
the
hand.
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Alright, so last... I'm gonna stick with trying not to
Leaving it
attack
behind
her.
didn't work out so well
this
for us
time.
last time. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yep, we definitely know what we're doing, guys. Right? 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 We
The door to the
definitely know,
basement
right?
creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the
Also, I
darkness.
love the
some
art style
kind
of this.
massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Like, I'll be honest, when I was looking at, like, the Steam page for the artwork here, like, I wasn't necessarily sold, but seeing it in-game, like, is very cool. Because they got, like, the little shimmer effect. I like it.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and
It is
wet,
unique,
as if your
and that is
lungs
pretty
are
cool.
being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared.
Okay.
It probably won't bite.
Oh yeah. There's parallax. Well, this is a bad example, but when you move the mouse around, Squirrel, like there's all sorts of really cool parallax stuff that happens in some scenes. From the way she's talking, I also think that she's probably gonna look somewhat like a spider now. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
I mean, not on purpose.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I didn't mean to.
See?
The voices in my head made me
Is
do
this
it.
enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
I doubt that.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
I mean, I kind of agree with the
Do you want
opportunist.
to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Well, that... okay.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
I mean, is he? Is he, though?
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Oh, interesting.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like she already knows you.
Rivers,
What you
look,
said back in the woods
calm
really was true.
I agree, but calm down there. We're definitely flirting with this one.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us?
Hearing you out, Squirrel. Hit us with it.
No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine.
And you didn't respect my perspective. Oh. Rivers, look, you can cover it. You can cover up all you want, but like, you know, the chat has spoken. We all know. We all like, you can deny it, but even Squirrel is admitting that he has something, that he's feeling something about this one.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Maybe I should keep a chart though, because tonight we have learned that Hardley is into sharp women, and Squirrel is not a furry butt.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now.
Okay,
So
Rivers. When she
appreciate if you
transforms
consider
into the
this
water
and
monster, then we know your type. And yes, I know that's not what you were meaning to imply.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well,
Yeah, but I would love
I
making
remember
things
you
difficult.
having a tongue.
Let's see. Like, I know things got a bit messy. I think there's a bigger thing. Can she... Is there any place where I can say that I didn't have control over the situation? I think it's just, I'm sorry about last time, probably.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
You know what, Rippers? You have a good point, and it was a female Lapras. I think I know what's going on now.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Let's see. Actually, I really like the "we should team up" thing. Can't you get out of this chains again? Let's see. No. Leave her in the basement. Yeah, no, I'm going the save the girl route. Let's see. Yeah.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Hey, if it benefits her, it might benefit me. Can't you get those They didn't stop you last time.
Of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really.
She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out.
Man, even
Now
the
stop
opportunist is thirsting after her. Okay, let's leave. Let's do it, baby.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
And now she kills me, right?
She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
Oh, she's got a little stick crown. That's actually a really cute detail.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
You know what? Hardly. We're gonna try.
And who follows? We're working together here.
Hardly. Look. This does not look like the kind of girl that wants a leash put on her. But I'll definitely let her put a leash on me.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
Pixie, ignore the call. Pixie, go back to lurking. It's fine.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Nope. You know what? I'll go first.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you, watching every single thing you do.
That's fair.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Hardly's got a point, Squirrel.
The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what creature she is supposed to be taking the aspects of, and I don't really care.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
But
the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach.
Hooray.
Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Yeah, guys.
Even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Nope, we did it.
What did
She
you
likes
say?
us now.
I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight.
Dang.
Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Ah, my old man
Princess
back.
lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself.
Oh.
She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
Her arm doesn't look like it's in a healthy position.
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
You know what, opportunist? I tend to agree with that statement.
Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that.
You know, that's a great question, Hero.
Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Sure. Squirrel. Can you make some? Yeah. Yeah, that's a sentence that was said.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Yeah, we could have trusted. We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very nature,
Yeah,
only one
just
of us could
the
make
arm.
upstairs unscathed.
Ooh-doo-doo.
Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
Actually, you can kind of see like the outline of where the hand should sit right there. Do behind the scenes breaking. It's kind of cool though.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
Yeah, but I don't want to stab her. I
And then
wanted.
you'd say something like,
I wanted her to call her. I mean, I wanted to take her. I mean, I just wanted her to be happy.
thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Actually, that's a very good point.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
It was.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh, neat. She broke her own back.
Oh, so she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
It is hysterical.
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
You know, guys, I get the feeling that she's not as into us as we are into her.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Oh, hey, I think we got to the,
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Look, Deku, there was more than just me. Hey, the arms are back! But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Oh, interesting. I think this is the first time the
And there's that
voices have come
canal.
with me.
Why is it here? Why now?
Oh no. It's going to be okay, just trust me. Yeah, I'm gonna be...
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
I mean...
If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
I feel like this is the part where I become the bad guy. Whatever's on the other side is, it's going to be, like, it's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see him on the other side.
If you say so.
Just maybe not on the other side of the mirror, maybe on the other side of the mirror.
Finally. We're going places.
you approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It is time for you to see what's in it. It's me again. You've grown. I'm trying to... There's some stuff on the back, I think. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete.
I mean, she is quite I am laughing at, like, just the idea of this mass of hands just, like, flopping around like a body. Like a puppet, except without strings.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
How much have you changed?
As a child, the same as an infant, I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
I should really catch on to the fact that answering question. Can you give me a single straight answer? Man, she beat me to the punch.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Yeah, I don't... what does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection.
Geez, squirrel. I mean...
Perspectives meld
possibly.
together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
You know what, Squirrel, with just how, like, she's being kind of vague, but she's like, well, this is just the way to do it. Not very straightforward. I feel like this is much more a Python user. Like, C#, you have at least some respects for, defining things. No, assembly is, well... It's kind of the opposite of assembly. Like, assembly, everything makes sense if you understand the language. I feel like this is, like, the opposite, which is why I highlighted Python. It's like, she's talking in vaguities that are not very specific, but they make sense to her. Either way, this is somebody that does not comment their code. When this is all done, do you know what you will want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Yeah, she's definitely Python variables.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Comment when I know what I'm doing. Deku. I am totally lost as to what you're talking about. Oh, interesting. You've been kinder to me than anybody else I've
Why
met.
wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I mean, fair.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
That's a fair point. What are your
This
thoughts?
one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side. The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
She seems to be dodging the
I would
answer.
be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Okay, that's kind of a positive spin. Let's see, how many vessels do I need to
If
bring
I
you?
am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
What do you want me to bring you next
Gifts
time?
aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Well,
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I mean, I feel like there are plenty of people who are very specific about the gifts they want. Interesting.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. I'm curious about these options. I'm not even sure if... Huh. I'm going to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Hey guys,
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
it's
path
brand new.
is a cabin.
Also, Squirrel, this is what we were talking about with, like, the actual cool, like, parallax backgrounds. Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try and do, in theory. Let's see, what's next? You know, do I get some sort of reward?
You have to slay her before you get it.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't give me any information about. Can you tell me what my prize is?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
That's fair. Okay, let's go. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Margaret.
Spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not gonna
Okay.
go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, he might. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty.
Yeah, I've heard this before. Oh gosh, which do we want to do this time? You know what? Hang on. Nah, I get the feeling that we're gonna be doing a couple more of these eventually, so I'm gonna next time I think I'm gonna set up some vote to get your guys' input. But with the full screen thing, like causing the
Door
weird
to the
graphical
basement
stuff, I'm
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
not gonna do it this
The
time.
air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot.
We've been through that before. Hey, I think I'm here to. Oh wait, I didn't bring the thing. Just
What?
checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs.
I have no
and
idea what I'm
eyes
gonna do
with
this
the
time. I'm just kind of
princess.
going with random
There's a
gut
heavy
intuition.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Since we didn't get, cute beast
She's
girlfriend,
Beautiful. How could
we've been
someone
through.
like this be a threat to anyone?
I'll see what I can do. We'll try and free her
Only
again.
Making this more difficult.
I'm actually curious. I'm gonna try. They mentioned that last time it closes off paths if you do the same thing. I'm gonna see how similar to the last run we can
Maybe there's
get.
some way to break.
Because I think it'll block me from doing the exact same thing. So try door.
You're
Let me
sure
out of
you're
here.
to-
Return to the bottom.
You make your way to the bottom of the
Okay.
stairs.
Let's try to save the princess again.
Fine.
Approach the locked door.
We will-
Oh! Okay. So there's a new option here now. That's cool.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Ooh, this is cool.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist?
Blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I mean, look, Squirrel. We can slay her in the next run.
I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever.
Well, she start. Yeah.
Sinks the blade into your
Look,
chest
you can stab me as many times as you want, as long as you say sorry afterwards.
You feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Well, that doesn't seem pleasant.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, she's saying sorry every time. It's fine.
Use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm
Yay! She's still sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
It can.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
I think she likes us this time.
And you die. You're on a path in the woods, and you're
Yep.
here to slay her.
Yep. Oh, for a bastard. Yes, this is new.
Tricks. What on earth are you? If he doesn't remember what happened, then
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Oh, the
We're
Smitten's
going to
back!
save our beloved. We'll have to be sneaky about it.
our beloved.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Hi.
Ah,
This is
so
the
all
best
the cards are on
line.
the table. Then you should know that we and the princess
Best
are
timeline.
in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wait, for...
We'll see about that.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Look.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
He's got a point, and also chat has proven that there is some simp. Proceed to cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she
Yep.
will cheat, and she will do everything.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I mean, probably.
But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Man, Smitten... Twitch streamer waiting to happen.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Wow.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin. What's it gonna look like this time?
The interior
Oh,
of the
yeah,
cabin
that makes
is
sense.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's explore the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least
Yeah, we've seen that. Wipe mirror
reach
clean.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
but there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of
There's
place.
a whole lot of reference about how we are some kind of bird monster. And I find that I'm curious about where that's gonna lead. No, we are here for love. We don't need a blade to enter the basement to see our
The door to
beloved.
The basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Deku, you're right. We are
Basement
some
almost
kind of
seems
feathered
welcoming
something.
in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this
over the
How
top
dare you,
for
hero? We need to fawn like
Yes,
mad.
for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my
This guy.
spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
That it is.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
You
Hooray!
hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And
Hell
you've
yeah.
died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
About
Damned
that.
the whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
En
Especially
contraire.
without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Let's see. What happened after I did?
You died, and now we're talking.
Well, that's pretty straightforward. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to
Oh,
make us
God.
happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks. Jeez. No, I don't want the world to end, I don't think.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Whatever you say,
Sure.
Smitten. I'm sorry about what happened last time.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
No, she definitely really loves us and
That's
isn't
because
just me,
she's
or
perfect.
definitely isn't just manipulating it. God, what are
Do you
words?
think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She
That's-
doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I
think
like
he's
that
right,
theory.
Because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Well,
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Uh,
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
no, you're not.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Uh-huh.
You're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
Well, let's not go
Go
jumping
ahead
to
and
conclusions.
slay her.
She might just be, you know, a bird face who can't be trusted. Yeah, let's
No.
rescue her.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
I'm sure you will.
Wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Whoever does, I think that all of the voices in your head are the same actor, and I just want to take a second to say that dude is, well, both him and the princess, freaking crushing it.
Believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Little misfortune. I'll look into it. It sounds very familiar.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love? on our
Yes,
side?
yes, clearly. This
What do you
definitely
know?
ends in only good ways and not bad. What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone.
Oh,
who
please
has
say
never
that she
felt
wants to end the
love
world.
in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants.
You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
I really hope that this ends with her saying she wants to end the world.
Gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Yes.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection,
Say it.
and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Dang. Do you want to end the world? There must be something
I
you
just
want.
want to make you happy.
Well, that's...
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I did notice that the world is starting to push in at the edges. But
I
what would
just
make you
wanna
happy?
happy?
Okay.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going
Those,
on?
okay,
She's
guys, the
lying
eyes are
to you,
too big.
only she isn't a good
The eyes have
liar.
gotten too anime. We need to we need to eject. I want you to tell me what
I
you
just wanna
want.
make you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Yeah, I do really like the art style changing. Okay, clearly something is happening and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt and we just figure out a way to be happy together. Yes, actually I want to see how far we can push this. You have to want something. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh dear
Is it
God,
just
girl.
me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Yeah, you're right, Squirrel. It is just getting more and more. Oh, there. Yep. The arms. They'll get you. You didn't get a chance to ask her another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match.
Yep, sure was, Smitten.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nope.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Damn it, Squirrel, you're right. Things are really out of hand. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Nah.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
Ah, yes,
right?
preening. Yep, it's gonna... on the other side... You know what, let's do this one.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
That's probably foolish.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approaching the mirror. Hey guys, I'm gonna guess we've grown. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Ah, as straightforward as ever.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
See, it's like changing, except staying the same. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitude.
Are you sure about that?
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you how can you stand to be a contradiction? How dare you? Actually, I'm gonna click that.
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me.
Oh, lady.
Even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Lady, I am a P&G tuber on Twitch. You thinking that I can stand to be me is making a very, very large assumption right now. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change it?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Not really at all. Seems so distant. I just want it all to stop. I don't know. Let's... Guys, do I tell her that I like her? Do I tell her that? I think I'm gonna go with I just want it all to stop. Nah. I just want it all to stop.
It will, in time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you.
Liking women is cringe. Ooh. Well, about that. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Well, that's a little crass. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
I agree, Squirrel. It is all about ramen-eating Pikachu. If you are not attracted to ramen-eating Pikachu, you are, in fact, cringe.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you're gonna want?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
You're taxed by the IRS. Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
I yearn
Throw the
for
business
what
stuff
I've
at us.
always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
How many more vessels do you
We
need?
will know when we near our destination.
Okay. Do you still not care?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Alright.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets.
Alright.
My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
You know, I think I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Sounds great. Everything goes dark, and you die. And you know what? On this reset, I think
You're on a path in the woods.
we're gonna call it here. I am enjoying the hell out of this game, so I think I will probably pick this up again on Thursday. But yeah, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that I managed to stay in the dark about it, because I think it's kind of fascinating. So, yeah. I don't really have anything big to talk about, so you know, let's hit the save. Excellent. And yeah, we'll jump to that. And now that we can raid people, let's see. It looks like all right. Looks like Palisar is live with some Elden Ring. So I'm gonna send you guys over there. You know, let's see. What is there anything? You know what? Go ahead and ask him. Ask him if Blade Girls or Furry Girls are better. Maybe he can help us kind of decide on that. So that we can get like a final answer. You know, given that our stream seems a little divided on the topic. So, Raid. Let me get his channel name here. All right. Raid launched, so have a nice night, y'all. See you in a bit.